What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. Big shout out to my doggy, Mohammed Umar, for coming through. I'm boosting up the coin, you best believe it. So, we got another leak for you, man, who right now ain't no one seen before. Team AJ have exclusively reported to the YB the update on his career. Here we go. Let's listen to Massa Hearns, the chief executive of the Mandinga Fighter Organization, the Mandinga Fighter Foundation. Here we go.
When do you see Joshua returning?
May, June. He's not in full training yet. He's probably ready to resume training in January. But at the moment, obviously, you got the Dubois fight February 22nd, and you got to see what Fury wants to do. So we're not in a tearing rush. AJ will fight twice in 2025. So once in the summer, once in the winter.
Are you ruling out a possible in-between fight?
No.
Like, ahead of Dubois or Fury, could he fight May against whoever?
Who knows? Look, if we can't make the Dubois fight, and if Fury don't want to fight, then you have to make a decision to fight somebody. Or do you wait for those fights? I don't know. I mean, it's not...
Listen, Eddie, no more waiting, man. Yeah, Dillian White's gagging for it right now, right? You were going to fight him last year anyway. Dillian White's washed up and gagging for it. AJ needs... I'm not someone who preaches about, he needs to rebuild. Rebuilding. Fitting a fight in, mid-camp kind of thing. Dillian White's a mid-camp fight now, yeah? You have a little mini-camp, get out in May and book the Fury fight for the end of the year. Fury's not fighting again in 6 months. I'll be very shocked. Then again, the Saudi coin is lucrative. It's sucks you in kind of thing, pause. So, but don't trust it. How many years has AJ wasted of his career hanging around, waiting for scraps that Fury threw him, waiting for Fury to put him on? He spent the whole of, what year was it? He fought Ruiz, I think it was, in December 2019. He spent that whole year of 2020 going back and forth with Fury to no avail. He spent a whole bunch of time going back and forth to no avail. Don't wait no more. And not being funny, you're not in a position to wait. It's not like you just knocked out Ngannou in November and you're, we're nice and comfortable now. Wait for what? You need to get back on the horse and spark Dillian White out. Proper fill him right the way in. And then, at least it's like, okay, listen, Fury looked okay against Usyk. You looked washed against Dubois. You need, of all the times he needed to... When you lost to Usyk, when AJ lost to Usyk, he didn't really need to rebuild like that. They weren't, especially Usyk too, it wasn't that bad of a beating. And he still spent about 4 fights rebuilding. Who did he fight? Franklin Martin, Muffin Top, Bumlenius, and then Mbongo. 3 fights after that. You need at least one now. Yeah. If you needed 3 fights after the Usyk 2, you need at least one now against a shot to pieces Dillian White. Go in there, bowl him over, and if you can't bowl him over, you're finished anyway. But you can still bum lick and wait around for Tyson. Tyson Fury said even if he loses 10 more times. So, but I think the Dillian White fight makes sense. It would be good. Do it in Britain or do it in Saudi, wherever. Go in there, stick it right on him, bowl him over, do him some serious arm, and then at least there's a narrative there. Okay, Fury looked half decent against Usyk. AJ is back on, allegedly. And it's half real. Now it's like, we don't know what AJ we're getting, right? Whereas at least if we've seen AJ do a job on Dillian White, we can say there's something left. At this point, AJ might get in there and Fury might slap his jab hand out and AJ just dropped to the floor like a sack of potatoes. He might be that shot, seriously. He was galloping in like this. He was galloping in with his hands by his waist and he got bopped by Dubois. So we don't know how sweet and / vulnerable he really is. That's the truth. We don't know how sweet and vulnerable. We don't know how jammy and creamy his centre is after Dubois. Popped Humpty Dumpty. That's the truth. And Dillian White would show something if you've got anything left. But I think the reason Eddie Hearn's being political and saying, we don't really know. It's only if Fury won't fight us in May that we'll definitely have to think about something else. The reason he's saying that is Barry Hearns, the chief executive, he's more like the chairman of Mandinga Room. I've been saying for a long time, Yeah, these cats are Django Mandinga fighters. Sorry, Mandinga managers. Mandinga owners, really, if we're honest. Calvin Candy style. And the thing about the Mandinga owner is, when you've got a long lineage of 250 years managing Mandingas, you know when one's washed up. And you know when one's ready to be cashed in. So I'm getting the signals now from the Mandinga room executives, Eddie Hearn and Barry Hearn, that, okay, yeah, this one's ripe. This is a well-ripe Mandinga in Anthony John Stewart. Yeah, he's too ripe. He's over it now, so we can't even put him in there with Dillian because he might gallop in like this. Even if he did, though, honestly, even if AJ galloped in like this with his hand down and his chin in the air, what's Dillian White? Dillian White be blowing after 4 rounds. Seriously, even in round 1, what's he gonna do? Dillian White couldn't do no harm to Purple Aki, Ebenezer Tete, 65 years old, right? 65 years old. What's he gonna do with AJ? Even if he's shot, he can't. That Tete was shot, right? He was shot, and Dillian White was making a right meal of it. So even if I can't see how he doesn't fill Dillian White in, why not do it now? Get in there in April, have a blowout, take no damage, and maybe get in there in August. You know what I mean? Keep it hot. That was the whole narrative after the Mbongo fight. Okay, he's in a run. We're keeping hot. We're keeping on it. He beat Wallin in December. Mbongo in March, Dubois in September. So he was trying to get, that was the whole narrative. Oh, he's staying ready. Don't lose, don't fall off that narrative. That was the right way of thinking. Yeah? That was the right way of thinking. It didn't work out well for you, but AJ did prove some things in that fight. He did have half a go at the very end. He didn't just wilt like the Ruiz one fight. He didn't just go and cack his pants. He did actually come forward and got punished for it, but he showed something there, to be fair to him. He showed something there. Don't sit on the bench now. Because Fury will play you around until he's ready. Do it on your terms. Blow Dillian White's back out, and then it's all on the table still. The Dubois fight? Come on, man. If Dubois deals with Parker as I expect... Anyway, let's listen to this bar here, the last bar from Eddie Hearns. Massa Hearns.
I can't speak on behalf of AJ in the sense of what he wants, who he's prepared to fight. But what I know is the focus is Daniel Dubois or Tyson Fury. That's, of course, he's done it all. And, if he gets Fury on the resume, he's boxed virtually absolutely everybody of his era. So, and, it's a tough fight. It's a 50-50 fight, but run it twice and see where we are at the end of it.
Does it matter there's no world title on the line for that? No.
I mean, we live and work in a bubble, don't we, of boxing. No one, I get stopped, even at the airport coming out here, it's like, when are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? It's like, well, AJ lost to Dubois and Fury just lost to...
Yeah, to be fair, the Battle of the British Bums is still the biggest fight. It has no... Hardcore fans aren't interested, but all the football heads, all the lager football heads, they'll be all over it. That's what really matters. They're the unwashed masses as such. And I'll watch it as well. We all want to watch it. Let's not lie here. We're all going to stream it for free if we can. So it is. Some people have said, "Oh, AJ should retire. Fury should retire." No. Yeah, get in there. Why not? I also think Deontay Wilder would come back for an AJ fight. This is where AJ should be thinking about realistic ones. Fury, listen. Maybe Turkey picks the phone up and says, "Hey Tyson, do you want to lock in for May?" If Fury wants to lock... Turkey can make that call. If Fury wants to lock in for May, fine. If he doesn't, Wilder, give him a call. Or Dillian White. Probably Dillian White. You could make AJ can really make something of his career. Have a go on Dillian White if you can. Have a go on Wilder if you can. And then, by then, a year from now, essentially, Fury will be ready. Fury's not coming back to fight Bakoli or Zhang or anything. It's a case of how much time does Fury want to spend in Benidorm. It might be 6 months. It might be 8 months. AJ can't afford to sit around waiting. He might as well get some of these bucket list fights off out of there. Dillian White and Wilder. Because they haven't got nowhere to go. And these are interesting fights, if I'm honest. They're worth watching. especially given how shocked they may or may, you know what I mean? Given how shocked they are, it adds. It's not like one guy's red hot. For example, no one wants to see Dubois versus Wilder. No one wants to see Dubois versus Dillian White. But this here's like, okay, yeah, the shot to pieces division, the shot to pieces brigade. It has some value there. And if AJ can get through Dillian White and Wilder, imagine that a year from now, AJ's dealt with Dillian White and Wilder. We're more or less, rightly or wrongly, we're more or less back to, okay, now the Fury fight's interesting again. It has carries some serious weight. Forget about the belts. I'm not interested anyway about the belts. It carries weight then. Now you're just another bare bum in the shower. Do you know how many man Daniel Dubois laid to rest in 5 rounds? AJ is just another one of them now. He's another Trevor Bumman. That's what he's another one of at this point. If he does a job on Dillian White and Wilder, why not? What's Wilder doing? There's no way Wilder's turning down an AJ turkey bag. No way. End of 24. You tell Wilder, if I was Turkey, I'd tell Wilder now, hey man, we're scheduling you versus AJ end of the year. We're going to put AJ versus White on, and then AJ versus Wilder. That's a great year for AJ. Get some. And if you can't deal with Wilder, well, Fury's not going to fight Wilder again. Even if Wilder did AJ, Fury's not going to fight Wilder again. He'll still fight AJ. Because really, all that does is, let's say AJ beats Dillian White and then gets clipped by Wilder. Unlikely. Wilder letting his hands go. But let's say that was the case. AJ hasn't lost nothing. Yeah? At that point, he's back to where he started. At this point, yeah, as we stand today, AJ's the guy who got knocked out like Trevor Bryan. Another bare bum in the shower from Daniel Dubois. So if he got clipped by Wilder a year from now, he has the same value as he did at this point in time for Fury. He's a dude who got clipped. What have you lost? The upside is you beat Wilder, you beat Dillian White, and it's like, okay, damn. We might, especially if AJ looks good doing it, we've got something here. It's only upside. He doesn't lose nothing. He's not going to lose the Fury fight. Now, if he lost Dillian White, that's a problem, I ain't gonna lie. That'll be a little problem. Yeah, but he can't lose to Dillian White. Surely not, man. Ebenezer Teta didn't really lose Dillian White. Surely not. Now, the last thing I'll say is Eddie Hearns did also mention that he's thinking about AJ versus the winner of Dubois and Parker, implying that Parker might win. He says at one point, not in this clip, he says, yeah, we'd have interest in fighting Parker if he wins. I think that's real. I think that's what Eddie Hearns hoping for. Eddie Hearns hoping Dubois, Parker has another shocking showing. As such, he shocked us all against Wilder, he shocked us all against Zhang, and there's an argument out there he's going to shock us all against Dubois. Not my base case. If that was the case, AJ would take it all day and night. Parker's a nice safe fight. He can't punch for toffee. So Eddie Hearns not lying when he says he has angles. My beef is Dubois ain't fighting till February. He's not going to be ready to fight again until August. You fought last in September, so you would have had another year standing around wanking yourself off. Yeah? Get in there with Dillian White and stay active, man. That's the play here. Seriously. What is wrong with these athlete? I'm athlete. Oh, my name's AJ and I stay in the gym. Stay in the gym for what? Just to stay in the gym? Well, that's our bagger man that stay in the gym training. You're supposed to be an active fighter. A lot of these cats, they don't have the active part. They're just hanging around. Look at Usyk. Usyk fought, who did he fight? He fought Dubois in August. Was that last year? It must have been last year. He fought Dubois in August and then was scheduled to fight Fury in the December, I think it was. Was it December? I'm confused now. I think he was pushing for that. I think he was pushing for the December fight, but it ended up being February, actually. The point is, he's been active. Big fights as well. We're not talking going in there with... who was AJ active with? Hellenius and Mbongo. Alright, whatever. Usyk's active with top dudes. You can be active with Dillian White, for fuck's sake, come on. Otherwise, what... But this has summed up AJ's career, man. He's been more active, but he's been way too inactive at the same time. A lot of these guys like Pulev's and that, he should have been in and out with them. That's what Canelo was doing. When Canelo was in his run, he was dealing with better operators than Pulev, in my opinion. People like Plant and Billy Joe. He was in there every 4 or 5 months, just keeping it running hot. Yeah? Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, like off the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this one, people. Stop it.